Namaste. Hello and welcome, beautiful souls. Welcome to the Soul to Soul Conversations podcast on Live Lounge. We're so happy that you're here with us. I'm Caroline Crawford.
And I'm Paul Crawford. And today we'll be talking about that it's time to live in the fullness of love and all that encapsulates and brings into our entire being, and how that can help things unfold within ourselves. As well as usual, the wonderful words from my spirit team, Jurama. Never quite know what they're going to say, but always look forward to that. Not just what they say, but the energy of what they're saying.
So, and please remember, if you haven't already subscribed, like, and most of all, share this, because the more people we can reach, the better it is. And we're just going to remind you that if you ever have any questions, it can be anything on any subject that you either want to ask myself or Paul, or most of all, Jurama, please send us an email. The address is always in the description, and Paul will put it up for you. Because we'd love to sort of offer you more of what you want as well. That'd be great. So remember to subscribe and like and share the video. Thank you. And I'm going to let Paul start the little ball rolling on the fullness of love.
Yeah, well, it's always time for love. And it's about making that space for us to express it more. Because love is our true state of being. It's our true non-physical state. And as we come into this physical existence, the body, this physical, it creates a cloaking between us and our true state of being. And it's about allowing ourselves to forego that cloaking, to go beyond it by letting go and connecting more strongly to the true essence of love and all that brings with it. It brings a greater strength to us. It begins a greater peacefulness, a real ease and peacefulness. And as we enter into that energy through that greater love, we actually experience life in more meaningful ways. We experience life with a greater sense of unity of what's going on, with a whole lot more of expression, a lot more synchronicities take place. And it's really that love is truly unconditional by its very nature.
And we are really empowered. We're truly empowered when we're in that vibration of love, when we're coming from love. I know I'm kind of made the gesture that, we're not talking about romantic love. We're talking about the power of love, the love of our true essence of our being. And it's our true nature that is ultimately aligned with our divine creator. So when we're in alignment with that, we can see how empowering that can be. And every time we make a loving choice in our area of our life, we are aligning ourselves with those energies of love, of our true nature. And also that will also give rise to further energies of love coming from within you, because as we interact with those energies, we're increasing that flow. And that is when we feel good, we know we've made the right decisions, and we feel that positive energy. And our emotions are the real measure of how much we're choosing to live through our natural loving state of being, to coexist with ourselves and with others, with the divine and nature. And it's those feeling good, those inspiring feelings that let you know that you're in alignment with your true self, that you're in partnership with your higher self, your loving energies, that we are all here to expand, particularly now with this, this has been going on for many, many years, but with this ascension process, we've all come here to live from our higher self, to bring more love onto this planet for ourselves, for our children, for our friends, for our grandchildren, and all the generations to come. So living from that empowerment, that true state of being, that is when we can have that deeper understanding and and we feel less anxious as well, and we feel less impacted by any negative things that are going on out in the world, because we're in that alignment, we're in our true state, and we're far more balanced as well.
Yeah, and I think it is, and it's that whole interaction of allowing ourselves to go beyond any limitations, because with love there is no limitation. It's through that cloaking that I spoke about earlier that we create the limitations of life. So in letting that go, including letting go of judgment, particularly of that self-judgment, because self-judgment creates doubt, it creates a negativity, it creates that limitation. When if we allow ourselves to connect more strongly to our true essence of love, we go beyond those limitations and we start to expand ever more. And we start to live like creation and how things were intended for things to be. Because creation, when you start looking at the energies of the earth just exists. It exists to grow into what it is. And if we allow ourselves to go beyond judgment, we too can grow into how we are truly meant to exist. And it's bringing that non-physical, infinite energy of divine love into this physical existence that we achieve that we begin to raise our vibration, as Caroline has said, to that elevated state of living. We begin to create change within ourselves first, and therefore we create change for humanity.
So love is that energy that, it is always constant, it is always consistent. We just have to allow it to lead us through to that greater part of ourselves. And I'm just going to give you some food for thought and some kind of practical things to do, because when we stay present in our heart throughout the day, you'll find that life goes a lot easier, you're more inspired, things don't wind you up as much, perhaps don't make you as anxious or as sad, and we can just feel more balanced and more alive. So keeping it simple really is the thing, to just stay present in the presence of your heart, because in your heart is where your soul resides, and that is connected to the higher energies and to the divine creator. So just doing simply things every so often throughout your day, just breathe and just think, I'm going to connect to my heart center. You can place your hand there or just your attention there if you're not able to place your hand. Take a breath and feel that flow. And the more you do that, the stronger that connection will be, and the quicker you'll be able to connect to those energies that are your true existence. And another powerful thing that I find, if I'm going through a difficult situation or experience, I try to ask myself two things. One is, what would love do in this situation? And then go into the stillness and allow the answer to arise within me, because it always does. You always have those thoughts, and I suddenly catch them. Oh, this is giving me the answer. So what would love do in this situation? And the other thing is, how can love show me the gem that is hidden within this challenge or this difficult situation that is going to enable me to expand and grow even more, even further into that fullness of love? Because as we know, our challenges, our difficulties are those things that make us grow and expand. So the more we can enjoy thinking in that way, what would love do in this situation? What is this trying to teach me? What is the gem I can find in this situation to help me learn and to grow from here?
Yeah, and I think it's allowing ourselves the freedom to do just that. And it's, even as you were saying about entering into that stillness, I could feel myself just hearing like the vibration of those words. So we're starting to deal with the energy of things rather than just the words of it. And I know we're using words here to portray things, but it's allowing yourself to absorb the information energetically. And as you do that, and as you become more aligned with the love of your soul, that energy begins to expand more within you and creates a deeper connection and a stronger understanding of the truth of what is and the truth of all creation. And as we allow that resonance to really take hold within us, we begin to experience and manifest within this physical life all of those infinite things and potentials that are possible from the non-physical. And it's allowing ourselves to be all that we are. And that's all that we can be, is allowing ourselves to be all we are.
The true self, the fullness of ourselves.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful thought and a really strengthening thought, I think, that allows us to be ourselves, but in that really loving way.
Yeah, liberated and free.
Definitely.
Yeah, I just thought of years ago they had women's liberation, didn't they? But joking aside, but there's a lovely quote that I came across the other day actually by Rumi, and that quote was, "Love is the bridge between you and everything." Love is the bridge between you and everything. And going back to what I was saying earlier, what would love do in this situation? Allow love. You could visualize that love as a bridge, like perhaps full with blossoming flowers, lotus flowers, or the love of Kuan Yin, the love of a master or an angel or an ancestor that you love in spirit, taking you across that bridge, maybe even taking your hand and saying, this is the way. Because when we do things from our true self, we are so empowered, as I said earlier, and we're in that lovely true state of our being. Another thing I wanted to just offer you as well was this mantra that came to me the other day, and then it did make me laugh because earlier on I did the channeling for the Federation of Light for the planetary energetics update, and they said it then, and I thought, well, that's where that mantra came from. So it is, every day I am loving more as I am remembering the truth of who I am. Every day I am loving more as I remember it, as I am remembering the truth of who I am. And when that first came to me, it just felt so powerful. So maybe you could write that down and use that yourself to really align you with your energies of your true existence, and to be more able to feel you're achieving, making decisions and choices through love, and allowing yourself to resonate with those frequencies from the truth of your being. So I can hear Jourama coming through. I'm going to sit back and enjoy, and you do too. And remember to just feel into those energies that they emanate. Welcome.
Hello, my friends.
Hello.
The simple truth is that love is everything. And in the absence of everything else, there is love. And if you allow yourself to be filled with the energy of love, that vibration of love, your natural state of being, there is no room for anything else. There is no room for anger. There is no room for hatred. There is no room for doubt. For with love, there is the infinity of possibilities. There is the divine understanding of this oneness with all of creation. And as you allow yourself to settle into those energies, you can truly become who you are. You can truly allow yourself to bring that resonance into all that you do. And you will find that things begin to change in your life because you are creating change within yourself. And as you create a more loving energy within yourself, everything you do, therefore, has to be more loving. It is a natural state, a natural flow of life. But first you must allow yourself the freedom to make the choice to more intentionally connect to that element of yourself. Yes, you are of the physical, but that is just a temporary state of being. The truth of your existence is one of divine love, one of infinite love. So what better way to express this physical life than through connection, and a stronger connection, and a free-flowing connection with that energy of being. It will allow you to experience life from a completely new perspective. And the more that you allow yourself to do that, it becomes even more so. It becomes self-perpetuating. You are the beacons of this world. Every living being is the beacon of this world. But your responsibility is to allow yourself to radiate as that beacon, to radiate that loving energy, and allow yourself to live in the fullness of the potential of what is. And we use the phrase of what is because it is always there. You just have to allow yourself to pull back the curtains of doubt and allow it to come through. Allow yourself to connect to yourself more strongly by entering into the stillness of your being. And as you enter into that stillness and you begin to forego and go beyond those physical limitations that are brought into existence through conditioning, through a belief system that is almost at times drilled into you. And as you allow yourself to go beyond that conditioning, you become ever more increasingly still. And in that stillness, the love will flow. It is an inevitability. And as that love flows, if you allow yourself to not get in the way of it, it will enhance this physical existence. It will bring about such great opportunities far beyond that which you could ever dream possible. But more than this, you will create within yourself a new experience with even those most simplest of things, because you are resonating with it and connecting to it with a greater fullness of those energies of love. And that is why living in the fullness of love is so important. But it is your choice, and it can only come from you, because this is your journey. And as Caroline has said, ask yourself, what would you now choose to do, knowing that with the right choice, your life will unfold in ever greater and better ways. And with that, my friends, we will say goodbye for now. But remember, no matter what is taking place in your life, you always have the choice to connect and therefore display the energies of love. Goodbye, my friends.
Thank you. Love to all. Thank you so much. Let's just take a breath and connect to that heart. Feel that love within you. And remember our mantra. Every day I am loving more as I am remembering the truth of who I am. Every day I am loving more as I am remembering the truth of who I am. So I'm just going to mention briefly that I know the energies coming in now and around us all are very kind of amplified and fast moving. So the more we can honour ourselves and ground ourselves and take that time to really look after ourselves, the more we will live in harmony with that pure potential, with that consciousness of love within ourselves. So make time to be quiet, to ground yourself, to do some breathing exercises, you know, maybe a little stretching or whatever helps you feel calm and relaxed, some creative work, being with your pets, listening to some music. It's so important that we have that time to really relax, because as we relax, we expand. When we're tense, we contract in and causing more frustration. So allow yourself that time to be with you as well as with your loved ones, but remembering that the most important relationship we're ever going to have is that relationship with ourselves. So honour yourself.
Yeah,
so,
I think as well that a good way of seeing how connected you are to love is how joyful you're feeling. Because the more loving you are, the more joyful you're going to be. So just be aware of your emotions, your thoughts, and the energy that you're radiating within yourself. And that's a real telltale sign of where you're coming from.
Yeah. So if you'd like to have any more information, read a little bit more on the power of love on my website, carolinecrawfordorg. There are quite a lot of blogs, but there's 2 specifically on the power of love. So if you wanted to have a little nosy around my website, you could do that as well. But thank you so much for listening. We trust you've enjoyed this offering. We've really enjoyed being here with you and sharing just our little things, because just remembering we're all different and we all see things and perceive things in such a different way. But when we can just agree to disagree and have that love, it just makes this world a better place. And that's what we all want. So keep shining your light, focusing on that frequency and creating that amazing reality from within your sacred self. Feeling that love, allowing that to just keep unfolding continually from within you.
And I think being respectful of yourself will help create that energy and help create that habit of allowing yourself to be more loving.
Yeah. So we're going to ask you, when on YouTube or on other podcast platforms, I'm going to leave you with a question to let us know when or what has love, or how has love inspired you, or what act of kindness has had an impact on you or really moved you. It could be something really small, seeing somebody rescue a kitten or whatever, but leave that in the comments for us so we can just continue being a community and sharing that with one another. But it's full moon coming up as well on February the 24th, and it's in my birth sign of Virgo, and the opposite side of that is the sun is in Pisces, which is really going to impact me because my moon is in Pisces. But it's really shining a light on our health, and the opposite sign of Pisces is very much that governs the immune system. So they're both very intrinsically linked. So this is very much a time to make any small adjustments in your health, in your diet, your exercise, way to improve our health through relaxation and raising our consciousness, cleansing your energy field. And also remember, it's a good time when the full moon, even the night or two before, to get, if you've got crystals, get them really recharged in those rays of the full moon. It's a lovely thing to do. So yes, take care. Remember, just keep connecting to the heart, feeling that bridge of love, taking you to just new higher ground and greater joy and peace and contentment. From my heart to yours, all my love. Thank you so much for joining us.
And from my heart to you too. We really enjoy these moments of togetherness. So having said that, all there is to say,
Namaste. Thank you.